Today, we're going to look at which is the single best talent per leader. So whether you're brand new to the game, whether you've been around for a while but you're still unlocking some leaders, or if you just want an update on the best talents for the leaders since the introduction of the latest split leaders, then this is the video for you. What I'm going to be doing is planning on covering all of the minis within the game. So if this is the sort of content that you like, give this video a like and get yourself subscribed, and we'll get through all of the minis in the game. But today, we're just going to look at the leaders. Now, firstly, an explanation. What do I mean by the best talent? Now, what I mean is out of the 3 talents available, this is the talent that is going to be the most useful to you for the most amount of time across PvE and PvP. Now, there are certain modifiers in PvP that mean that you might want to change your talent, but that's a little bit niche, and that's only going to be like the best talent for those 3 weeks that that certain modifier is in play. So this list is going to be the talent that if you've not got a talent on a particular leader, this is the talent to go for first, and this is the talent which is going to be your most useful over an enduring period of time. So on that, let's get straight into it, starting out with the Alliance. So for Jaina, out of Blink, Clearcasting and Flurry, you are going to want to choose Clearcasting. Having a spell cost 1 less gold when played immediately after Jaina will give you a faster cycle. You can get more minis played. It's just the best one of the 3, hands down. For Tyrion then, out of the Divine Shield, Consecrate and By the Light, you are going to want to take the Divine Shield talent. At 30% health, Tyrion will go immune for 5 seconds. It makes Tyrion incredibly tanky, and compared to the other 2 talents, Divine Shield is by far and away the best. For Maiev then, you've got Enveloping Shadows, Shadow Step and Remorseless, and for Maiev you're going to want to go with the Remorseless talent. You're going to be playing Maiev most of the time as an ambush. You're going to get loads of damage from that, likely to kill an enemy, and then you get double damage for 2 seconds after that. Remorseless is the pick here. The first of the split leaders then in Malfurion, you've got Natural Salve, Deep Slumber or Germinate, and all day every day you are going to want to take Germinate. After 30 seconds, any seed of protection that you've got which exists on a building will then spread to all of the other buildings and meeting stones that you've got. It just gives you, I think it's like 5 shots that your towers will then absorb before they take any damage. Germinate all day, every day, twice on a Sunday. For Grommash Hellscream then, you've got Bladestorm, Mirror Image and Savage Strikes, and the choice here is going to be Mirror Image. You've then got 2, albeit fragile versions of Grommash, but they're all hitting the same strength as Grommash. Mirror Image is the one to go for. For Cairn, we've got Reincarnation, Plains Running and Aftershock, and hands down it is Reincarnation. Cairn, after death, will resurrect with 50% health. Reincarnation. Sneed coming at us then with Mine is Money Friend, Lead with Greed and Land Grab, and it's going to be the Lead with Greed talent on this one. Extra gold, more minis on the map, Lead with Greed. For Orgrim Doomhammer then, we've got the Deathless Rage, Rally the Clan and Conqueror's Diplomacy, and Conqueror's Diplomacy is going to be the choice here. When Doomhammer wins a Mak'gora against a opponent, the enemy will rejuvenate to 100% health, join your side. Yes, they're going to bleed out for 25 seconds, but that can be a valuable time on your side all day long. Conqueror's Diplomacy. For General Drakisath then, we've got Chromatic Scales, Piercing Blows and Lasting Legacy, and you're going to want the Chromatic Scales on this one. Grants nearby allies the Resist trait, which is 50% damage reduction against elemental attacks, and if you've not beaten a Nyx here yet, then Drakisath is a popular choice, and having that Resist trait granted to your allies will be a huge help. Rend Blackhand, we've got Flaming Soul, Scale and Steel and Legionnaire, and the choice on this one will be Scale and Steel, having Resist, so 50% elemental damage reduction when in the flying mode, and then granting Armoured to himself when dismounted, giving you 50% damage reduction against physical attacks. Scale and Steel is your choice for Rend. For Emperor Thaurissan then, we've got Moira's Wit, Hubris and Incinerate. Now, Moira's Wit, to be honest, is absolutely hopeless, so the choice here is going to be Hubris. For non-elemental minis played after Thaurissan will gain +2 levels, and that can be absolutely massive, so Hubris is the talent for Thaurissan. Ragnaros' talents then, Concussive Blast, Radiant Flames and Son of Flame. Now, Ragnaros doesn't get a great deal of play granted, but on this one, Radiant Flames is going to be the one for you. Any building that you control will periodically damage enemies, and that's just going to help you out over the course of a fight. For Baron Rivendare then, we've got Death Pact, Skeletal Frenzy or Chill of the Grave, and there is only one choice here, it's Chill of the Grave. Turning those skeleton warriors into skeleton mages is a massive buff for Baron. For Blood Mage Thanos then, we've got Bane, Drain Life or Dominance, and there is only one choice here, it is Bane. You play a spell which not only levels up Thanos, but also gets a 30% attack speed for 5 seconds. Bane every day of the week for Thanos. Sylvanas Windrunner then has got Queen's Reach, Banshee Wail and Forsaken Fury. Sylvanas obviously just having a rework, but the best one, or the talent that's going to be the most beneficial to you in the most circumstances, is going to be Queen's Reach. Black Arrow travels 20% farther, means she can outrange towers and will just force a response every time. So Queen's Reach is the talent for Sylvanas. For Ojh&x, we've got Regenerate, Explosive Shells and Trapdoor, and on this one it's the Explosive Shells talent that you're going to want to take. Those Scarab Beetles are very annoying, they don't do a great deal of damage, but having so many spawning as you can do with Ojh&x and having them exploding on death is just a big buff for this leader. For Cenarius, we've got Revitalise, Force of Nature and Wild Growth, and on this one you'll want to take Revitalise. Allies entering the Tranquility Circle around Cenarius will trigger an additional healing pulse. This can be very powerful. Revitalise is your choice for Cenarius. For Ysera then, we've got the Recurring Dream, Corrupted Dream and Shared Dream, and the talent choice here is going to be the Recurring Dream. Ysera's minis were recently buffed, and with this talent they are twice as likely to appear in your hand. For Ojh then, Barkskin, Petrify or From the Trees, and before we get into this, Ojh is absolutely terrible, but if you are going to use Ojh, I would go for the Petrify talent. So on death, the Safe Arbor deployment zone around Ojh will remain active for 8 seconds, so you can keep up with the pressure. Petrify is the talent of choice. For Chalga then, we've got Nature's Grasp, Cavernous Mists or Spirit Passage, and the choice here is going to be the Cavernous Mists. Deploy cost reduced by 1 gold is going to keep that cycle cost of your deck down and is the only really useful talent of Chalga's. For Hogger then, we've got Ham Hock, Spoiled Meat and Fatal Frenzy, and the choice here is going to be Ham Hock. For Hogger to gain 10% additional health each time Hogger is deployed is a huge bonus and will really rack up over the course of a fight. And last but not least, we've got Old Murkite with Tip of the Spear, Marathon of the Murlocs or Electric Eels. And the choice here is going to be Marathon of the Murlocs to gain an additional 5 seconds on March of the Murlocs. So after Old Murkite is played, any elixir spent after that will generate additional Murlocs. To have that run for an extra 5 seconds can be a real game changer. So they are the talents that I would choose 9 times out of 10 for every single leader. As I said, I'm going to do this as well for the spells and all of the minis in the game. If that's the content that you want, give this video a like, get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.